Greetings from Cuyahoga Falls. My name is Jehovah. Welcome to War of Rights. It's Saturday, first weekend of the new year. Happy New Year, everybody, 2021. And we're back again with the UEC. Thank you to everyone in the UEC for once again allowing us to record these awesome battles and hang out. And another special treat for the weekend, we have retired Major of the Alabama German Legion, Shimmelfennig. Welcome to the channel again, Schimmel.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, and so this week it looks like we're playing on the Harpers Ferry maps. This is Schoolhouse Ridge, probably the best, in my opinion, the best map in the whole Harpers Ferry arsenal of maps, simply because it's the only one that the Union doesn't have an incredibly overwhelming advantage. And since there's not a whole lot of historical stuff to talk about this week, Schimmel, why don't you give us some of the tactical ideas that you have here?
I can, but first things I have to just disagree with you. From my personal point of view, many Harpers Ferry maps are actually pro-Confederate. So, for example, especially all the street fighting maps, these hill maps, etc. And I believe this one is as well, at some point at least. The Confederate ticket advantage. It's sometimes overwhelming. We have this strong fence line over here, which the Union has. So the Union has all the terrain they could want, double fence line, plus a river, etc. So it's almost an impregnable fortress for the Union. But as we talked beforehand, speed is key on this map. And if the Confederates have the momentum and the Union fails to react in time, it's almost a sure Confederate victory. So it's all depending on the Unions playing it. With a good, successful attack, you can almost break the bone of the Union defense, and then it's really hard to gain back the momentum. But if the Union units act quick enough and are able to reinforce in time, be there in time, it's really hard for the Confederate attackers. So speed for both sides is key.
Well, and let's talk about who we have fighting today. On the Union, on my side of the battlefield, the mighty 88, 8th Florida and 8th Alabama together once again. This is becoming a rarity these days, and I'm really happy to see it. Who do we have over on the Confederate side?
On the Confederate side, we have the JB. I guess 6th South Carolina is a major part in it, and the 14th Louisiana. This time commanded by 1st Lieutenant Scorpius by the 14th, and the JB is commanded by Captain W. Dunkel? Dunkel. I hope I pronounced it right. Who's in charge of the Union, guys?
Well, we've of course got Mr. Hogg there and Greenberg. So Major Greenberg, no longer a captain, he's a major, and taking your old title there, Schimmel. So Greenberg in charge of the 8th Alabama, Hogg in charge of the 8th Florida, and the 8th Alabama with the Italian flag today. So it's gonna
be really a tough fight. Both Hogg and Greenberg are top tier commanders, so it's gonna be hard for the Confederates to break through defenses. But we shall see.
Yeah, and you know, I try not to be. I might be slightly biased in my love for the mighty 88. If there's ever a test on whether this is truly slanted toward the Confederates, we're going to find out today. Because if the 14th Louisiana and Jenkins Brigade, who are both fine units in themselves, are able to manhandle the mighty 88, we could easily say that this map is leaned too far in one direction. But we should see.
All right, maybe then I should switch back to the Confederates in Overwatch. I just spotted the whole time the Union units, but of course I'm here to let you guys see the Confederate units as well.
Well, it's funny because last time we recorded, you and I, it was funny, I kept switching back and forth between the footage, and you and I are watching the same thing.
It was not the idea, but yeah, you know.
It's the most interesting part of the battlefield, yeah.
Yeah, we are too easy-minded. Always return the attention. All right, Confederates are moving out. I'm curious what they're going to do.
Yeah, the clock has started, and the Union still in position. The 8th Alabama starting directly on the road near the point of contention, and it looks like Hogg and the Florida moving to the left.
Usually key position is the fence line of the tree over there, of the single tree. but it looks like Confederates are not attacking there.
Well, and
They are, but only in parts. All right, we are seeing a distraction through the woods, and the main attack coming at the strategic location. So good strategy from the Confederates right there.
well, and already you can tell that the Mighty 88 has played this map many times as Confederates. They're going immediately to the left-hand side. Hog in the Florida doing it on the slow march. Greenberg in the 8th Alabama running, legging it out, getting to that corner as quickly as possible. And I think this is the key to holding this position early.
It is, and you see Confederates are at their fence. Meanwhile, the Union units are almost in position and ready to unleash their deadly volleys on the Confederate attackers. And that's why this is so key, speed. You know, when I was a commander and commanding Confederates, I usually was first in that location, or at least they weren't ready, and we were able to overwhelm them. But once they are established over there, you'll see those HEL units. They're not the worst, and to say it like this, I don't want to be biased. But let us just say when they are ready to shoot, nothing can break through them, and
well,
it looks like they are ready.
And I'm interested here because it looks like there's a large mass of Confederates this way, but there's also a lot of Confederates going through the woods. So they're going to get to that point of contention pretty quick. Now the Confederates see the Union here. They've already started open fire.
But see, the main focus is on their side. Actually, the Confederates are doing the interesting thing, because they have the high ground, they have some cover, not good, but some cover, and they outnumber the Union guys. It's all depending now who does the better volleys.
A lot of those shots from the Alabama going over the heads of the 14th. I think that's the 14th in front of us. Is that the 14th or is that Jenkins Brigade? Let's see.
It's a 14th, right?
Yeah, 14th Louisiana. Scorpius in command.
Let's see if we're able to spot the other Confederate unit. What's again too key to let TzTekk show all the units there on the field?
Yeah, they're in the woods. They're kind of looking for Union at the point of contention. They aren't finding them, and they're actually coming across the stream now. So the Confederates are actually moving on the point of contention early in this map. And I imagine...
So where's the 8th Florida?
8th Florida's in the corner with the 8th Alabama, so I imagine they're going to get wind of this and have to go back that way.
Yeah, you have to defend both sides. Now the Confederates have gained an early victory. Let's say a partial victory, because it was key that they reached this. If I were Confederates, I would now just go in the point and let myself be attacked.
Major artillery blast. Major artillery blast on the 8th Florida. Half their numbers going down in one shot.
Company left base.
Yeah, it's almost late for the 8th Florida. Now the Union is in trouble because they're encircled.
Yeah, Hog moving his men behind the fence to defend their position.
You see, you really need to defend this fence line over here. Actually, I think they were confused by these two units on Confederate side because they split it up.
Yeah, good strategy early by the Confederates.
Yeah, this flanking maneuver got almost unnoticed. And you see, now they are in position. And if they don't mess it up, it's really, really hard for the Union to react to this threat.
So more Confederate artillery moving in. Who's running the guns for the Confederates today?
Let me take a look.
8th Alabama completely flanked on the road, but they are on the snake rail fence, so they have some cover.
40th Louisiana under Corporal Bober is commanding the artillery.
All
and,
right.
oh no, JB has a gun as well.
Here comes Jenkins.
Private.
Jenkins Brigade got the bayonets out. They're coming straight on the flank of the 8th Alabama. Alabama moving into the road to defend, and Jenkins coming across the fence.
Actually, if I were the Confederates, I just would have waited there and attacked them under fire.
Oh! Massive artillery onto the Union. And the 8th Alabama's responding. 8th Florida completely demolished by an artillery round there. So now we have Jenkins Brigade and 8th Alabama going after each other with the bayonet. So artillery already being a huge factor on the side of the Confederates.
Huge mistake on Confederate side, right? There was no need for them to charge. And you see now the Union has a chance again. their major flaw in the beginning by keeping the right side open was corrected now. Let's see if they can build up on it.
And the Confederate flag laying on the field. They will not have their mobile spawn point. That'll be also a detriment. Oh, more artillery coming in. This time hitting their own men.
Yeah, friendly fire.
14th Louisiana coming back into the fray here, charging.
Huge,
they know
turnaround.
They know 8th Alabama.
That's changed. The whole thing changed in seconds.
And 14th is not waiting. They volleyed and fired, and now here they come over the fence toward the Alabama.
I love 14th LA, actually.
Alabama reduced in numbers.
They are.
And the 14th making quick work of the Alabama Legion. Flag bearer running for it. James Ryan. He's got a whole mess of Louisiana behind him. Keep running, Private. Don't look back.
All right, now the Confederates are in momentum again.
Still chasing them up this hill. Oh my God. They're going to chase him all the way to Bolivar Heights here. We got 2 Confederates with their stickers out, and Ryan he's actually making time on them too. They're not catching him. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, 1 gave it up. We still got 1 recruit here.
Now the Confederates need to use the momentum they have and split up 1 unit over there in the key strategic position and 1 unit in the cap point, and it's almost theirs. If they do it in time. But if the Union managed to reinforce in time and push them back, it's another story.
Well, Ryan made it up to the heights with the flag. He's still got a Confederate behind him. I don't know if this recruit knows that the whole Union Army is right behind this berm. He might want to get the hell out of here, and we've already got Union moving.
Actually, that's against the event routes, as far as I know, at least.
Well, he's a recruit, and he died. He actually went out of bounds there, so. All right, we've got 8th Florida coming across the berm, but they're kind of stuck in all the bramble here, having a hard time finding their way out of the fort.
But it seems like Confederates are not splitting up. They're concentrating on one position. That leaves a huge window for the Union. If the Union respond in time and send 1 unit to the far right over there and recapture the point and set themselves on there, they have the possibility to put some crossfire on the Confederates. You see, well, one Union unit shooting down from the top on these brigades, and 1 unit going for the point and flanking them and shoot them in the rear.
Well, 8th Alabama moving directly into the 14th Louisiana, who already fired a volley. They're in the road. Both Confederate flags are here, but we've got Jenkins Brigade coming through the woods.
There are many. All right. Risky, but we shall see.
And 8th Florida finally making their way out of the bramble. They're heading down the hill.
Yeah, seems like Union charge momentum was lost. Yeah.
Alabama doesn't have a lot of guys left. Yeah, the 14th really put a hurting on them coming down that hill.
I see no one there in the
and you hear it. The Union is now engaged.
Confederate reinforcements streaming in from the point.
Yeah, Jenkins Brigade holding the point once again. If they can get these Union guys breaking.
Oh, they're coming Union reinforcements. It's almost like wave attack. But you see, they should have waited for each other. Now it's one after the other, and it would be easy to repel by the Confederates.
And
you see,
we have a counterattack.
With those reinforcements, this attack is almost doomed.
Well, Hogg not going straight in. He's going to try to get him on the flank as much as he can, while the 14th...
That might succeed. The flanking maneuver, if done correctly. That's a possibility for the Union again.
Yeah, and I think they wanted to come down together, but the Florida did get caught in the bramble there. All right, Louisiana now aware of the Florida, and they're coming across the fence toward the Alabama, taking the fence. And so the Floridians now in the road.
I don't see many 8 Alabama standing, so they are splitting them up and defeating them one after the other. Honestly, great skill from the Confederate units over here. We are seeing there. Quick reactions most of the time, and yeah, they're doing things well. We have to admit. Right?
Well, and they've all massed up on this corner here. So you've got Jenkins Brigade and the 14th Louisiana all facing down on the Floridians. And I'll tell you this, if these Confederates can keep these Union teams separate from each other, the Mighty 88 will have less ability to be effective. And the Florida getting the hell out of here. They've lost a lot of men, and Hogg taking them back up the hill away from the Confederate guns, trying to link up with the Alabama, who are coming down the hill en masse as we speak. So the Union going to have to lick their wounds here a little bit, come up with a plan.
Actually, I'm still wondering, maybe you could answer this, why the Union is not splitting up and putting pressure on them with crossfire, for example, one unit sending them straight to the point, flanking fire, and one of them over there, and they just shoot from two sides. And as soon as they charge one unit, the other unit moves in. For example, like if they charge the unit standing at the point, they could just send the other units, and they move in and capture the tree location. So actually, I'm not sure about the Union strategy over there. I think they're trying to recapture the point and under the cross, capture the tree location. But when they focus on just one location, on this map, it's really easy to defend when you're attacking one location, you know.
Well, we had a random volley come in from the 14th that shot Hogg dead, so Polyhaw now talking to Greenberg. They're trying to come up with a plan. And it sounds like that's what they're trying to go for. Crossfire does make a whole lot of sense here. And it's not really surprising that everybody's going for this corner. It seems like this is the hot spot of the battle every time we come here.
It is. But as well, don't overestimate this position. It's only good when you have both sides covered. It's key, but it's not everything, you see?
Well, the whole damn Confederate army's here. 14th is really en masse today, and Jenkins Brigade is just caught up as well. And so we've got the 8th Alabama moving back up the hill. Looks like they're going to swing around toward that right side, going toward the point of contention. And they're going to leave Hogg in the 8th Florida to deal with the rest of the Confederate army.
That's going to be interesting. Looks good for the Union if they manage to do it properly and in time. Yeah, there's going to be really Union momentum coming soon.
It's crazy. 8th Alabama going all the way up the hill, not just halfway up the hill. I think they're trying to shield their movements from the Confederates.
Yeah, they don't want to get hit. That's the reason, because as Confederates, many guys have Springfield 42, and you can't hit it in that distance. Makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a good shotgun, but that's about it. Makes a nice billy club as well. But I think they want to surprise them, but you know, from down here you can see that Italian flag just going all the way across the field here. So I don't think it's going to surprise the Confederates. Let's just see how they respond to it. And so far they haven't moved.
It's all depending how they react, how quickly they react, and they're reacting.
Yeah, here comes Jenkins Brigade now moving off.
Now it seems like they have realized what we are talking about.
Yeah, Dunkel moving his men.
They now focus on both key positions.
Yeah, the problem is the 14th is actually so large today, it's going to be hard for the Florida to deal with them by themselves.
Actually, numbers are equal almost. Looked it up.
Well, they got to do something now. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes in the counterattack.
You see a far left or right flank, depends on your perspective, flanking maneuver over there.
All the way over.
Is it Hogg or Greenberg, actually?
That's got to be Greenberg. It's Hogg?
Hogg is flanking, yeah. Greenberg is holding under.
Oh, I wonder why they had the Italian flag with them. That's my bad. So yeah, that's the Florida coming this way.
Oh, but there's a lot of Confederates over there. It will be not easy for Hogg.
A whole lot of Confederates. This is in this Florida, it doesn't seem like all the Florida are here.
But if he succeeds, he almost broke the defense against enemy double their size. It's gonna be a thing for the books.
Well, we'll see.
If he succeeds. But he's not taking position on the safe position. He's standing in the open. That might be a serious flaw.
A heavy fire coming in from Jenkins, and Florida's getting the hell out of there.
If you do it, you have to move to the fence line. Standing there in the open proves to be deadly usually. But as always, we are more, we can talk or we run from above. They don't see as much as we do.
That is correct.
It's always easier to talk about than doing it. Oh, you see?
Oh, and here comes Greenberg.
Be a huge charge. There comes Greenberg.
Yeah, here come the Italians. So Greenberg coming down.
Yeah,
so Hogg getting the attention of Jenkins Brigade. But a large fire coming in from the 14th as well. They're in the road. They see the Alabama coming this way. And Jenkins into the road now as well.
So Greenberg is heading straight for the fence line. So it's looking good at the moment. But the flanking fire from, I guess, the JB what is it? Yeah, no, from the 14th could be deadly.
And Jenkins coming right over the fence. We'll see if the Florida can do anything to help out the Alabama here. Florida going all the way across the lane. They're back behind on the Confederate side now.
Here comes St. Florida.
Alabama holding their own against Jenkins Brigade here.
Seems like 14th Louisiana is not intercepting right now.
No, and JB is moving off, trying to get down to the creek with whatever
Alabama's German need to get themselves into safe locations, stop the charge, and get some volleys into the 14th.
Yeah, and the only problem is that this was a successful attack by the Union, but it was so far off the point of contention, they really haven't gained anything, and they've only got 4 minutes left.
They have a safe footstep. That's pretty much half of the thing. Now they have to build up on it and capture the point, yeah.
And it's working. 14th has backed way off. So we got two little spots here. We've got Scorpius on one of them.
By the way, one thing I think I got wrong. Yeah, Confederates have 42, but it seems like the Italians have it as well. I think the 39th is a unit with Springfield 42s. So Union has these guns as well.
All right, Hogg and the boys moving toward the point of contention now. You see it bleeding toward the blue side ever so slightly. 31 minutes left.
And Alabama's Legion.
Yeah, Hogg.
Confederates are concentrating their forces. Oh, that's gonna be tough. But they just need to capture the point.
That's right.
They don't need to. They don't need to destroy or charge the Confederates over there. They just need to get into the point.
Well, they're doing it. That line is really coming back toward the blue side now. Hogg and the boys right on the point of contention. Are they going to stop? Or are they going to keep going into the buzzsaw here?
It would be important to stop right now and get yourself into volley position. The charge would be deadly.
I tend to agree, but they're still moving.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to win the charge.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
All right, Hogg's got him stopped now.
Yeah. Make ready. Make ready.
So Florida putting some fire onto the Union. And you heard the huzzah. The blue line coming back around with 2 minutes 31 left in the counterattack.
Confederates, and yeah, you see, they're holding their position and putting volleys into them, which is really wise. And I think they've captured the point, and then they're going to reinforce Hogg. And after they reinforce Hogg, these volleys from the Union will be deadly for the Confederates.
I've got some weirdness happening over here. All right,
I've seen as well those blood thing over there in the air.
Yeah.
In the river. Yeah.
I thought that was a tree. So it looks like the Union has pushed off the Confederates. Jenkins Brigade 14th. They've ran off to the fence line on their side of the road, and they've given up the counterattack.
The momentum is back in Union's hand.
31 minutes to go, and we're both even, both sides engaged.
But Confederates have their footstep into these lines over there. They still have one of the key positions.
And the Union being aggressive. Oh, looks like Hogg's got all his men back now. And they're on the right side of the road here on the Confederate side.
For the forest.
So the Union en masse. And JB's coming across, but they're going to have to cross right in front of the guns of the 8th Florida. Let's see if they can pick them up in time. Ooh, more artillery coming in. Oh, a massive hit onto the Florida. No, not a lot of men going down, though.
Four teams are holding the line and trading volleys.
And the 8th Florida going to turn around to face the Jenkins Brigade when they come out of the woods. Hog hopping the fence back into the road again for some cover. And the flagman.
How many casualties does the Union suffer from these 14th LA volleys?
Well, the flag's laying on the ground. They hadn't picked it back up yet. There's certainly
Yeah.
a few.
And there are not many Confederate casualties over there.
Well, and I thought
don't see
Hog.
it.
I thought Hog was going to come out against Jenkins Brigade, but he crossed the road and getting another position on the 14th. So Jenkins is going to come up behind them and flank them.
Actually, not sure what happens there, because I just see one Confederate dropping dead. And a lot of volleys bouncing off the fence over there.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, artillery coming in behind the Florida. Another blast. So the Confederate artillery today is pretty accurate.
Seems so.
And
We have seen Union battery in action.
I can't believe that Alabama hasn't picked up their flag. It's sitting there laying on the ground. All right, Hog got the idea. There, they got it. Hog got the idea. He's turned around now, and they're going to face off against the Jenkins Brigade.
14th LA volleys could be deadly. But yeah, makes sense. They
And-
just have to hold the point and keep their losses light to win.
Well,
But I
Jenkins
think that...
charging in.
Oh, yeah.
A couple Alabama in the street. The Alabama, few of them have turned around under Harris.
And I think we have many Union casualties over there.
Yeah,
and
but
the whole battle is also be hard for them to hold on for 30 more minutes almost.
I don't know. The Florida got up on a hill and put some fire into Jenkins Brigade, and now both 8th Florida and 8th Alabama charging Jenkins, who is
They're chasing
running.
them.
Yeah, they're getting out of there. Flagman goes down. That's a deadly occupation in this game, flag bearer.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
All right, so the Union has done it
Only
again.
For the most brave.
And
Yeah.
a little surprised that the 14th is not being a more aggressive. Jenkins Brigade certainly
But
being
actually,
aggressive.
But it's actually understandable. I'm all in for the strategy of the 14th over there, because they are pouring in volley after volley into the Unionists, and yeah, you know, every casualty counts, and Union suffers a lot of casualties over time from these volleys over there, and they can't do anything almost about that over there. They are able to pull constant volleys into the Union. Meanwhile, the Union can't really react to this threat, with the other units flanking them time over time again.
Well, I'll tell you what's hurting the Union in this battle as well is just this artillery is non-stop, and they're really not allowing the Union to stay in any single position for very long.
Yeah, Confederates using the strategy of superior firepower over there, keeping their distance and pouring in volleys and artillery barrages one after the other. Could prove deadly over time.
Well, and Hogg and the boys moving over to the right. They're tired of giving Jenkins Brigade the back door with 26 minutes left. And it gives them a little bit more range to get away from some of that 14th fire as well. Alabama coming back across the road in defense also.
But good position from Hogg, because I think he's quite safe over there from the 14th LA, right? Is he? Not sure, but
Should be, and probably out of range of those artillery pieces as well, hopefully.
that might be another question. But I think no, he's not really that safe from the 14th LA volleys, but I think 14th LA is concentrating on the 8th Alabama. Alabama's Legion.
Yeah, Jenkins Brigade moving around to Hogg's right, so 8th Florida moving to the right to meet them. And the 14th and the 8th Alabama.
Oh, that comes one part of the 14th LA.
Was that some Union artillery actually getting going there?
Yeah, I've seen some of them. But one thing we have to say, it's really, really hard for the Union, because Confederates are splitting up into almost 3 units constantly, and they have to engage their 3 units with their 2 units.
Here comes Jenkins
Yes.
Brigade. They're across the creek, but Florida was
not
ready.
underestimated. 14th closing distance.
On this side of the field, Jenkins Brigade has a really good defensive position down in this creek. It's almost like the Union can't see them.
Mhm.
This is pretty
Or
interesting.
the 14th.
Oh, is it the 14th? No, it's Jenkins Brigade. Oh, here come the Florida. They've jumped the fence. They're going down into the creek. Bayonets out. And the stream will turn to blood.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Jenkins Brigade wiped out one more time.
Yeah, but Confederates have the numbers for the casualties. They have the tickets, so they can do this. Meanwhile, the distraction of the 14th, the possibility to pull more volleys into it.
Well, not only that, but they've come off the fence and they're marching down the road. They're closer to the point of contention now than the Union is, and the Mighty 88 is going to have to go back toward that point, or they're going to risk another counterattack.
Oh, it was Union barrage.
So it seems like, anyway, that the Union guns are starting to find their mark. Where are they exactly?
There.
Okay, I'm up here looking. So we've got Roy Baker. So that's someone I'm not used to seeing running a gun for the Alabama.
Advancing. At least one part of them. One part of 14th Louisiana advancing, the other is standing a bit behind, and they keep advancing. Oh, they're doing fire and advance, it seems like. They're advancing, firing, split it up in two. Really superior from their point of view, tactically. You know, they have split it up into two groups, advancing one at a time and pouring volleys into them. Really deadly.
Yeah, but they've got this snake rail fence here, so a little bit of cover for the Union.
Yeah, but
I tell you, Jenkins Brigade really got their attention. Both of these armies facing the woods, waiting for another advance out of the woods, and there's really nobody there. Not yet, anyway.
now would be the time. Well, but it's a risky thing. But now would be the time for one unit to make a surroundment of the area and come in the rear of the 14th by capturing the tree line over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Because standing right here, like you said, they're just a target for the 14th Louisiana.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do something.
But it's risky. Oh, there was a massive artillery blow into the Confederate line. Almost half their unit was eradicated by the artillery. I have it on camera, by the way.
And seeing from this position where I am with the 8th Florida and 8th Alabama, you can't even really see that from here. So I'm sure they're not even aware of their advantage. They're still waiting for Jenkins Brigade to come out of the woods like some kind of ghost.
Nevertheless, even though they lost half their forces for that artillery barrage, they are still advancing. 14th LA charging.
All right, well, here comes...
But it's a long way to cover.
Yeah, and Jenkins Brigade has now finally made it into the woods. They're coming this way also. 14th.
Oh, seems like they didn't notice the 14th attack. They're pouring into the woods with their main forces. Oh no, they are...
Alabama's going down to meet Jenkins Brigade. Florida's coming around to meet the 14th.
Maybe not noticing the 14th LA behind their backs. But 14th LA got really reduced. Almost half their numbers were eradicated by that artillery barrage.
And here come the Floridians. 14th back into the road. Florida over trying to defend the point of contention here.
Yeah,
on the
whoever
snake rail
shot that artillery barrage into the 14th might have stayed in the army as a whole.
That was Roy Baker.
Alright, and congratulations, Roy Baker. You did it.
And the Florida coming around. I thought they were going to form an L, but they're not. They're going straight in. All right, now they're stopping to shoot a volley into the back of the 14th. 14th.
Pulling back. They haven't the numbers anymore they had. But, yeah, almost 15 to 20 guys died for that single artillery shot. That was key.
Yeah, Scorpius having a hard time keeping his men together. They're a little bit chaotic at this point. And here come the whole Union Army. You've got 8th Florida and 8th Alabama, the Mighty 88, charging into the 14th.
That's going to be another counterattack.
But JB's still in the woods. And here they come.
But Union has gained back their momentum. But there are still a lot of Confederates over there.
Well, the JB pulled the 8th Alabama away, so the Florida did not have the numbers that they originally thought they would have on this charge, and the 14th Louisiana has stood up to that charge.
Now momentum is heading back to the Confederate side.
And you hear it, another counterattack. 6 minutes, 55 seconds to go. The Confederates have done it again.
On this map, 6 minutes. 6 minutes is not a lot of time. It really isn't. And the Union is now in a really troublesome position.
Yeah, I've never seen them down here in this creek so far. And now that...
Whoever is commanding the Confederates or giving the strategy, he's done a great job for today.
Well, the Union kind of in a tight spot here. 8th Alabama down in the creek, and the 14th not putting a lot of pressure on their back. They're actually backing down the road, getting out of harm's way. So Jenkins Brigade really tying up most of, if not the whole damn Union Army for most of this fight.
But still they're doing what they can. Actually, you see that's what I talked about. Once you lost the position on those fence over there, it's really, really hard for the Union to gain the momentum back. And that's why at the start you have to pull one unit to the left, one unit to the right, and you have to defend this.
Yeah,
I think that was one of the major flaws in this battle at the start, where DJB was able to unopposedly cross the fence over there and put crossfire on the Union. If they had defended both ends of the map, they probably were confused by the splitting up of the 14th over there and thought they were 2 units.
Well, here come the mighty 88. Alabama in the road facing off the 14th. Florida up on the hill. So Jenkins Brigade still in the woods, but not considered a threat at this point.
Deadly volleys from the Union.
Absolutely, and that blue line is coming back their way. Ooh, artillery coming in from the Confederates, hitting the side of the 8th Alabama.
They're still up.
Taking a big chunk out of them.
Ready?
I think 1 or 2 more volleys and Confederates are dealt with.
And Alabama starting to move on them already. Coming down the fence line.
And now again, it's really key if the Union is able to build up on that success. They need to eradicate the 14th and regain their initiative, splitting up and fortify their positions.
Good God, Spilka with the Union flag totally turned into pink mist here. 8th Florida coming straight in on the flank of the 14th, but a massive volley. 14th taking out a bunch of the Floridians there.
Artillery really seems to be key on this map. At first we had those artillery barrage on the 14th, which took out half their forces, and now the other Confederate barrage against Union.
Yeah, you can see a blood trail where the 8th Alabama were previously standing. And Jenkins Brigade up on the fence now. They're out of the woods.
Confederate reinforcements pouring in. If the Union is not able to defeat them in time, their reinforcements will enable the Confederates to regain the initiative.
Well, Union reinforcements coming in as well in the 8th Florida here, coming back to the fence line. They're right up on the edge of Jenkins Brigade.
The momentum is still on the Union side. Oh no, you see they're coming a lot of Confederates behind them.
And the 8th Florida's flag laying on the ground, or sorry, 8th Alabama's flag laying on the ground. 8th Florida behind the fence, trying to do what they can.
They really have them crashed between their lines. Both Confederate units.
But we've got a huzzah. Confederates are now taking losses as well, and the blue line has stalled.
But they have the tickets, and there were a lot of casualties before that hurrah. So momentum is now on the Confederate side again.
8th Florida doing their best to hold right here.
Oh damn, you see those Union corpses on the street over there.
But they are pushing the Confederates off. Jenkins Brigade going back off to the creek here, and that blue line is slowly starting to tick back to the Union. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Confederates really need to push their advantage here.
Oh, they need. You see 14th almost their numbers. They need to push forward. Oh, there comes Union reinforcements. Too late. Now the Union will be strong enough to repel any 14th LA at 10th right point.
And those reinforcements are your Alabama German Legion. Their flag is laying on the ground. They're going to go after it. Private Howie just barely getting missed by an artillery shell there. We got one brave lad with a flag. Powell Matt himself, first lieutenant, trying to come after Howie. Shot him in the back of the head. You know Powell Matt, he's one of our duelists, but he goes down as well.
Oh damn, and here comes now a key moment. You see those Confederates pouring out of the forest. Oh no, they're not pouring out, but they're in the forest right now.
Ooh, friendly fire to the Confederates. They're hitting their own men.
But nevertheless, momentum is now the Union side. They have the initiative.
Absolutely. The Confederates have lost another counterattack. Both teams are taking losses. We've got less than 20 minutes to go in this battle, and the Mighty 88 doing their very best to try to hold on.
But the thing is, Union is gonna be pulling into breaking soon. You're going to see the breaking mode for the Union before we got to minute 10. So let's say, yeah. We have almost 20 minutes, and Union will gonna soon turn into breaking mode. So that's gonna be a hell of a challenge for them.
Yeah, because if the Union goes into breaking and the Confederates are able to take the point of contention, it will be the match.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was a huge counterattack, brilliantly executed by Greenberg.
And Florida's moved over to the right again, looking for the Jenkins Brigade, who have settled in the woods behind the stones.
Greenberg almost pulling into Confederates like a hot knife into butter. But it seems like their charge has lost momentum. Nevertheless, they have gained this key position over there.
Well, they've got a hard-on for the Jenkins Brigade for some reason, because every time they can, they gang up on them. 14th has pretty much been left alone for the most part, unless they get charged.
If you have to bet right now, who would you expect to win right now?
Well, I mean, I'm with you. It's going to be really hard for these Union guys to hang on for 20 minutes and not. We've already seen 2 counterattacks by the Confederates, and if the Union goes breaking, and the Confederates can do that one more time, it'll be over. So it's gonna be hard. But I can't bet against the Mighty 88. I just can't do it.
Yeah, it really breaks my heart. But I'm thinking that Confederates have this game almost, but they're still in it just because of tickets.
Well, we've got some.
The Union that have some flaws, yeah, but they overall they did pretty well and reacted pretty good to all those things in time.
Well, there seems to be a second Alabama German Legion company, maybe under Harris, although he might be dead now. But they've come in and actually pushed the 14th off of their position.
Yeah, I think many 8 Alabamas did survive the previous one and hold the position. All right, now the Union has a good defense. You see,
yes, 1
unit defending the right flank, 1 unit defending the left flank, almost. So there's gonna be a change now. It might be still up for the Union to win if they do it correctly now. They can still win.
Well, again, the key. Yeah, the key is.
Losses are huge for the Union.
Well, the key is going to be, can they keep from getting into breaking, right?
Yeah, that's all of it. That's almost all of it. They have a key position over there, but artillery can be deadly as well, you know.
I feel like that was friendly fire, but it's hard to say.
Yeah, now they're leaving their positions for the creek. Risky, but interesting.
Well, with that artillery, man, this creek might be the safest place on this damn battlefield, and Alabama's been using it the whole time. And Hog...
Yeah, I think the artillery can hit as well in those creeks, and then it would be deadly. You know, you see almost all of them crouching. If they land a good shot into all this crouching units, might be the turning point for the breaking.
Could be. Hogg moved over to the left, but then saw Alabama go to the creek and thought better of it, turned back to the right of the point of contention. Now he's crossing
15
over.
15 minutes. If we have like 3 or 5 minutes on the clock, I would say it's a Union victory. But those 15 minutes could be the death sentence for the Union.
Well, and the question is, are they going to be as aggressive as they were at the start? Confederates very aggressive at the beginning of this battle. JB still doing it. They're coming through the woods now, and it's a race for Hogg and JB to the right-hand side of the battlefield.
Yeah, but now the Union has a really great defense over there, and they have to rethink. Now it will be not so easy to flank them as in the beginning. They really have to think about a new strategy right now.
Well, and the 14th are still back in spawn. They have not approached this battlefield yet.
From your point of view, what would you do as the Confederates? I think we agree the Union does a great job over here. They have good defensive positions. Not much more to improve. Maybe I would move the defensive unit in the creek to the tree position. But it's your victory is the thing. So, but what would you do as Confederates right now to break this great defense?
I would do it the way that they started by doing it, going around the right-hand side, getting on the fence with the hanging tree, and just coming down that fence line. It always seems to work for the Confederates.
Yeah, I would analyze, that's for example, okay, you see we have the 8th Florida on the left side, and we have the Alabama on the Confederate right side. The 8th Florida has inferior numbers. So I would concentrate my greatest force, which is the 14th, I guess it's the greatest numbers there. Focus on the 8 and make some distraction for the Alabama's German Legion. For example, head for the tree, make a right outflanking maneuver, you see, heading there for the cornfield and outflanking them by the right side. Meanwhile, my main attack would be against the 8th Florida.
Well,
that's
the only bad thing right now is that the 14th seem to be fine way back here behind this fence. Pouring volley fire over a couple hundred yards and not really getting into the close combat that they've been facing the whole battle so far.
Well, they have time, but not unlimited.
God, this looks really bad where the 8th Alabama is. There's so much frozen blood in the air.
Not a good sign at all.
Jay, nee, Hawaii. Hawaii, geh bitte mal links raus.
But they're hunkered down, and so right now, 8th Florida is just kind of having a firefight with Jenkins Brigades in the woods and in the stones.
Do you see any Yankee casualties in the creek?
Well, who can tell? There's so much blood there. It's hard for me to tell what's real and what's not. All right,
do you
Florida.
see corpses? All right, interesting. Now the 14th Louisiana does the thing I suggested, but just with the other unit.
And Hog moving.
The HL now. I think essentially they're just doing what I suggested, but the other way around. That might be proof the wrong way, because they're proving now almost equal against equal. Big unit against big unit, small unit against small unit. I think the 14th might succeed because Alabama's still sitting in their creek, right?
Nope. Florida coming around to the left-hand side. Alabama moving to the left as well. That means Jenkins Brigade is moving over to the Union right, and they're going to get back to the point of contention again. This could be really dangerous for the Union. Hog and the boys giving up the point of contention here.
8th Florida has to hold their position over there. They have to defend against those JB attack.
They're not doing it. They're coming for the 14th. They've already passed the point of contention, and they're trying to gang up.
That flow of the battle. Because once they're again established in those fences over there, it will be almost impossible to beat them out without many casualties.
Well,
and casualties they can't sustain.
Yeah, they're on the fence, and JB will be moving this way. They're very aggressive. Point of contention already bleeding away.
I think the HL can hold their own against the 14th. That's not a problem. They have a good position over there, and they're almost equal numbers. But JB will break through.
Yeah, they don't even have to break through. They just have to run down the fence at this point. There's nobody defending it.
Let's promote a bit. So feel free to write down in the comment section if you are from 8th Florida, for example. Why did you move over there to the other side? Maybe there is a good explanation which we don't see. So
man, you can see. All I see is Jenkins Brigade running down this field toward the point of contention, and no Union bodies there to defend it.
Yeah. But 14th LA suffer casualties as well.
Well, I just heard report to somebody that they see movement on the right side.
Interesting, JB takes not the safe road through the street. They are going on in the open. That might be a flaw.
Yeah, I don't know what anybody's doing now. Okay, so Hog saw him now. He's running. They're getting on the fence line, shooting down.
JB gets himself in between in this fence line and just pulling volleys after volleys. They should stop that charge right now.
Well, I think JB expected Hog and the boys to be there. They're charging. There's nobody to charge.
Now, oh no, okay, now they're stopping. That's okay. Now they can make the fatal crossfire. If JB is good, they would now focus their fire on the back of the HEL.
A lot of those Florida bullets going low, and that blue line is almost gone.
But
We're
it's
about
a
to have another counter.
Missed opportunity for JB over there because their position is not as good as it might seems to be.
And Alabama moving that way.
Behind those fences would be a much better position.
Alabama, tired of JB in their field, they're coming straight back to the point of contention, and that red line's going away.
That's a quick reaction. I think good imagination, good strategy from those sides on the paper, but 8 Alabama has the tactical superiority, even though they haven't the strategically, they have the tactically, and they now are able to pull back JB.
They're going to wipe out JB, but does Hog see the 14th coming to the left? Oh, another massive artillery barrage into the Florida.
Here. 14th is going to kill the 8 Florida, so it's all depending now on the HEL, how they're going to react.
Jesus, Hog's boys taking 2 direct hits on artillery. You just can't stand on that fence as a Union, and now what's left of the Florida are running back to the protection of the 8th Alabama, who have wiped out the Jenkins Brigade at the point of contention.
8 minutes, not so long.
No, the Union really doing a great job here. Now the question is, 14th has taken up that position that the 8th Florida were just in. Will they get friendly fire from their artillery?
Really, really great missed opportunity for the Confederates over there.
And Greenberg's still moving, going back to the creek. He's thirsty today. He likes that water.
Oh, yes. Great reaction from the HEL. Might have just saved the day over there with their action.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting around on Jenkins Brigade and forcing the hand really cleared out the Confederates on the...
But they have the 14th LA. They cleared up the 8th Florida, and now they have their position over there. And once they're there, it's really hard to push them out. Because now... the HEL's position on the creek is not as good as it was before, because there's not so much cover there against the 14th.
Well, the 8th are going to have to hold their own against the 14th at the moment, because Florida's moved back to the right, trying to protect that point of contention. They don't want to have
casualties from behind. That artillery shell hit it right in the creek.
They don't want Jenkins Brigade coming back out of the woods again.
Oh, now I see 14th LA is in a great position. Really good reaction. They have again split it up into two companies. And focusing their... And now HL gets fire from all sides. Rifle fire from in front and artillery from behind.
The men are waist deep in the water. It's pretty interesting.
And Greenberg died, so they're almost leaderless at the moment. Sergeant Truslow is now taking command of them. It's a hard time.
Well, Florida is slowly making their way back to this position.
And the Union is breaking.
Now they're breaking.
Now, if the Confederates manage to capture the point, it's over. But I think we are seeing Union reinforcements over there coming.
That is the Floridians coming this way.
And it's 6 minutes 40 on the clock.
6:40. Oh man, here come a lot of Confederates. That's going to be your Jenkins Brigade coming in to avenge themselves against the 8th Alabama. And the Florida now all by themselves with what's left of the 8th Alabama on the fence line. They've got to hold for 6 minutes. But Polyhaw being aggressive, coming straight across and firing directly into Jenkins Brigade. A potentially reckless move for the Union.
Which might have been the wrong way. They could have just gone around the into units.
And my game just crashed.
Don't jump, hold it. Make them jump.
I'm still in it.
Good. Keep recording.
Watch your flanks.
Oh no, my game crashed as well.
Shit.
Might have been not our fault.
Don't jump over. Hold it.
Hey Hardy, welcome to the channel. Yeah, so we both just crashed. I'm assuming that everybody probably crashed right there.
Yeah.
So, a good battle. Interesting one. I guess we can wrap up this video since we'll be going back in for the second one. Thanks for being here, Schimmel. Everybody watching, appreciate you being here as well. If you like that, hit the like button. Consider subscribing. I want to say that you know, we don't have an official victory, but the Union really did a great job there. They were in a pretty good position.
Actually, you could say that in the moment we ended, the Union had the position. They were in charge of the point. They have repelled the attack. So we could give the Union a victory call. But I would suggest in the later game, if the Confederates reacted right, they might have been able to win this through tickets. But the time was not unlimited, and they have taken a lot of time to get those Unionists into breaking. So I would declare this, let's say, at least inconclusive.
Yeah, for sure. All right, everybody. Well, that was the first battle. Hang on. I'll go ahead and stop the stream so you don't see the passwords. We'll come back in for the second part of this. But if you like that video, hit the like button. Consider subscribing. Until next time, my name's Jehovah, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye.
All right, let's rejoin.
All right, let me stop the stream real quick.
Alebo na vlajku, jestli
Anybody
mají
seeing
větší.
passwords? Actually, I won't even stop it. I'll just put it on the other screen.
No, protože podle mě spadla hra půlce lidí.
Jak od nás, tak od nich. Hodně lidem to popadalo.
A očividně v Rusku mají blbej net nebo něco, tak jich vypadlo víc.
Ale spadlo to i mně, ty ve, takže...
See the world through your eyes. Don't lie, it'll be alright.
So I think we are having a more closer thing. Pro-Union or pro-Confederates? What do you think? Who is in lead right now when we enter?
I don't know. That move by Polyhaw going over the fence right there was pretty aggressive so late in the match.
Oh, and my game crashed again.
Did it?
But just mine, not the others. Game was running, but my game crashed.
Well, I see. Yeah. I heard a
Yours as
huzzah.
well? I heard it was huzzah, yeah.
That could be the end of the battle. And it won't let me join as... I guess we're the only people that crashed. That's strange, but
Great.
awesome.
Hold.
Oh, on our left.
Well, we got 2:33 left in the battle.
We're holding.
Should be on our left, boys.
Well, so the whole game didn't crash. It was just us. That kind of sucks, but maybe we'll get some first-person footage from some of the guys. Right now, we've got... Looks like 8th Florida under Hogg in the road. We've got the 8th Alabama on the fence line as well.
They're also behind us.
They are breaking, and nobody has the point of contention. I don't know what's going on with this server right now. But there is no line. There's no blue line. There's no red line.
Who's in charge of the fence?
That would be the Union, and the Alabama is now aggressive, pushing over against the Confederates under the 14th Louisiana. You hear more huzzahs. The Confederates are now breaking as well. More Confederate reinforcements coming in, but the Union's in charge. 1:36 left to go. 8th Florida hanging on to the point. Oh, under a massive artillery barrage there.
All right, so it seems to be that the Union has managed to turn the game with their maneuvers.
For the most part, yes, there are a couple Confederates left over here in the corner, but we got a whole mess of them coming across the creek. And that's going to be 14th Louisiana. Greenberg saw him coming, but too little too late. 1 minute left, both sides breaking. Greenberg goes down. Not much left of the 8th Alabama when the whole Confederate Army attacks you.
All right, I'm looking forward to see this.
Hogg and the boys still hanging on to the point of contention, but I don't even see a blue bar. Both sides breaking, 43 seconds.
Let me take a look over there.
Confederates scattered across the map, looking like ants on an anthill, coming straight for Hogg.
Not that many Confederates left, by the way. Do I see Union units retreating over there? Oh yeah, some of them has retreated band line. I think it's a bit too late. But yeah, Union is still alive. Union has great numbers.
Hogging the boys in the road trying to defend this attack. More
Yeah, let's
artillery.
go. If not something drastically changed, Union just managed to win this.
Yes,
Yeah,
they did.
that was
6 seconds left. Jenkins Brigade coming
well
in 14th.
Well done, both Alabama's German Legion and 8 Florida. That was really a great thing. Oh,
Overtime.
But I think Union still is in charge of defense. Or are they?
It's a lot of 14th here, but 8th is hanging on.
And there's a last stand.
Last stand by the Union. Here come the Alabama down the hill. Can they make it in time?
I would have almost declared this a Confederate victory.
It's going that way.
Not that many, right?
It's going that way, but here come the Alabama. They've got to get here quickly. We've got 3 different sections of Alabama coming this way. The blue line bleeding away sharply. Scorpius and Dunkel, they feel like they've got the victory, but there's a lot of Union coming this way, and we've still got overtime.
Yeah,
Can they make it?
Reinforcing themselves. Oh, that's gonna be a final showdown over there.
Can the Union penetrate the Confederate defense here? Blue line almost gone.
Yeah, Confederates have to keep position.
I can't get too close. 14th always plays music. Can't be getting copyright strikes here.
Oh yeah.
And the red line coming in now. More reinforcements coming in from the Union.
As well.
We've just got, this has just turned into massive chaos. The blue dot is growing in the center, but then it went away. 8th Alabama in control.
If the Union manages to break this thing, it's over for the Confederacy.
I'm seeing names for guys that are dead, so I can't tell who's who. But here comes a massive reinforcement from both sides.
But the Union has more reinforcements, and if the Union is able to break the overtime, they have
Blue
won.
dot is growing and then goes away. Blue dot is growing again. The Union trying to do what they can. Even Roy Baker, the artillerist, coming down for some action.
We have the Union. Wait.
It's a victory.
Victory for the mighty 88.
Wow, incredible.
Incredible. You see those casualties over there?
Woo. Man.
That's the thing. They lost more tickets, but yeah. Great play by both Hawk and Greenberg. Really good action for them. They were really quick, and you see, which we talked about in the beginning, speed is key, and speed was on the Union side over there.
Yeah, it really was. Marching in formation looks beautiful, but it would not have gotten you a victory at this battle. So anybody that liked that, if you will, hit the like button, consider subscribing. Thank you, Schimmel, for being here. Schimmel's got a great channel as well, everybody. Get over there if you'd like deep dives on anybody in War of Rights, as well as some other Grand Tactician videos as well lately.
Oh yeah. Thank you for having me. It was a great pleasure as always.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next time. Goodbye.